I'd just like to remind everyone that Larry Bauer, who just bid on our last item, is in charge of our raffle. So if you would like to get tickets, go see Larry. We're going to wait about another 20 minutes before we make our selection of the gold, silver, and bronze. And now, Melissa Miller and Jim Allen are out selling tickets as well. And there's Jim. So, wine bottles, and the wine bottles at your table you can purchase as well. So, all right. Now, since Larry is already up, I'll invite him up to introduce our last speaker of the evening.
You're fine. You go ahead. Go ahead. Nobody's talking yet. Go ahead.
Good evening. I have to actually come to town, so it just feels good. A couple of things real quick. I've been blessed for the last year to be the vice chairman, the last 3 years, vice chairman of the Republican Party. I've been encouraged to get involved. It's great that you're here tonight. Kind of put a little movement to it. We've got some real opportunities coming up with the election. Let's get through the primary and then just go out and fix the vote. So I invite you to please be involved in that. I've been asked you to do something because I always do this. And when I get the opportunity, that's why I don't give you a mic very often, is I have a phrase that I want you to repeat after me. It's a good day to be a Republican. Now how about cheering about that? Let's hear some enthusiasm. I've got something I'm going to say. I want to thank all the Democratic candidates for coming to Winnebago County, the 5th largest county in the state, the vote producer, for them realizing it, understanding it, and making numerous visits here. It's my pleasure to introduce Senator Kurt Dillard. He was the Jim Edgar's Chief of Staff. He has served in the state Senate since 1994. He serves as the GOP whip. He was a sponsor of the first major campaign finance and ethics reform in 25 years. He recently was named 2014 Republican Legislator of the Year by the Illinois State Crime Commission Police Athletic League. And the executive director of that group made this quote. This is how I want to introduce him. Parents, children, and vets all needed to stand up guys. And that is Kurt. I give you Winnebago Thunder Republican Senator Kurt Dillard.
Thank you, Larry. You know, listening to this music next door, I feel like I should say Opa or something to start this off. It is great to be back in Winnebago County. I was here the day before yesterday and saw many of you when I was here a couple of weeks ago at Dial Manufacturing and Rock Valley Oil. This is a county that I am no stranger to. I have done business in this county for more than 27 years with my firm. And I know that Rockford is the aerospace capital, or at least in a Dillard administration, we're going to make this the aerospace capital of the Midwest. The last time I ran for governor, I came within 193 votes, and immediately, like all of you, embraced Bill Brady. And it is important, it is just imperative for the future of the state of Illinois that we have a Republican governor again. Is that not right? And it's great to see you. Jan Klaas, Dave Severson, John Cabello, Scott Christensen, Senator Bivens. I have so many supporters here. This is a place I know well. I came to Rockford more than any other place in the last campaign other than my home county of DuPage because you have an underutilized economy. You got an international airport. I was just here the day before yesterday. I sponsored the law that brought the Boeing Corporation to Illinois. And there were 5 manufacturers here in Winnebago County that told me if it was still at headquarters in Washington State, they wouldn't be making parts for the Boeing Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, my vision of Illinois is to make us a destination economy for people that create jobs. We are overtaxed, we are greatly overregulated, and the cadence of corruption and pay-to-play politics sends jobs to Wisconsin every day, and it's got to stop. When Iowa has an unemployment rate half of the state of Illinois, something's wrong. We're the capital of the Midwest, folks. Nobody has more rail miles. Nobody has an international airport like Rockford or O'Hare in Chicago. Nobody's got the best community college system like Illinois in America. Nobody grows more beans or corn than we do. And this state must again become competitive, become the competitive advantage of all of the Midwest. Now let me just tell you, I announced 2 weeks ago that I'm going to start tax reform in this state by getting rid of the sales tax on gasoline. Illinois is one of only 7 states that has 2 taxes on gas, and I want to put $500 million. That's what it'll be back in your pocket, in the pockets of small business people in the state of Illinois. And we need a comprehensive, top-to-bottom overhaul of this state's tax structure by business groups, by taxpayer-friendly groups, very few politicians, on a panel that will rewrite our entire tax code. Regulations. Our regulations. This state nickels and dimes people to death more than any other state in the Midwest. And I got an idea that I got from Governor Brownback, the governor of Kansas, and I want to make this wonderful, wonderful running mate of mine, a woman named Jill Tracy, known as the repealer in state government. Jill Tracy, and she just texted me that Jill and I won the Jackson County straw poll tonight at their Lincoln Day dinner 6-1. So I am not a regional candidate. We won that straw poll 6-1. I beat my friend and colleague Senator Brady at his own McLean County Lincoln Day last Saturday 2-1, and I was just endorsed Thursday night by the Republican Assembly of Lake County. And I will tell you tomorrow, the major paper of the suburbs, the Daily Herald, strongly endorses my candidacy for governor. But Jill Tracy knows a lot about giving us our competitive advantage against Wisconsin and other places. Jill Tracy, aside from being the great mother of 4, is the owner and her family of a company called Dot Foods. Dot Foods is America's largest food redistribution company. They employ 2,000 Illinois families in tiny Mount Sterling, Illinois, in the southwest part of our state, 4,000 people in the United States. And every day, Jill gets up in Quincy, looks across that Mississippi River into Hannibal, Missouri, and asks herself, why is the most expensive place in America where Dot Foods does business, Illinois, where we actually have our headquarters and it's our family's home? That's got to change, folks. We have got to make ourselves competitive against the rest of the Midwest. And Jill's going to travel this state, known as the repealer, talking to farmers and businesses, large and small, whether it's Woodward or small manufacturers or small businesses in Winnebago or Mayor and Belvedere in Boone County. And we've got to change our regulatory process in the state of Illinois. Folks, I'm tested and I'm prepared. It's not enough just to elect any Republican. It's got to be one that's got a track record of working with the Chicago Democrats, because whether Jan Class or I want it or not, Mike Madigan and that Democrat legislature is going to be there for a while. They drafted the map. But I am tested and I am prepared, and I'm the one guy, as Governor Edwards' chief of staff, that made that legislature, controlled by Mike Madigan, leave $1.5 billion budget. We paid our bills in 17 days. Wall Street increased for the first time the credit rating of the state of Illinois, but most importantly, our unemployment rate was below the national average. Why wouldn't you want that kind of state again? I will tell you too, I know there's a lot of talk about term limits around here. I don't have a problem with term limits, although you better read the details, because a guy like Don Manzullo or Mr. Biondi or Dave Severson or even Governor Scott Walker, a career politician, and Scott Walker, he's been around a lot longer in elected life than Bill Brady, Dan Rutherford, or me. You better read the details in term limits. But I will tell you, we did term limit at the end of Governor Edgar's administration. When I was the chief of staff, we term limited a guy named Mike Madigan from being the speaker. We made him the minority leader. And we didn't need term limits to do it. We did it through an unemployment rate below the national average, a credit rating that went up, and a state that people were proud to say they called their home. So we need to have a governor who knows how to get a Democrat legislature to do what's not in its DNA, and that's live within its means. And I will tell you, Kirk Dillard and Jill Tracy are the team that can do that. Last but not least, folks, we got to win. I will tell you, as both Governor Thompson and Governor Edgar, both of whom know more about winning the governorship in Illinois than anyone else in this state's history, have said, I'm the only candidate that can beat Pat Quinn. And I will tell you, the best way to beat Pat Quinn is to be my template, a suburbanite with real strong downstate roots. My wife and I were married in a small farming community of 400 in central Illinois, and my running mate Jill Tracy is from southern Illinois. She is the extra added prize. Aside from her business acumen, she comes from southern Illinois. We're the one team that can win, and I am the one guy that will keep Cook County tsunami from overtaking the rest of the party so that I can become the governor of Illinois and we can turn this state around. So I thank you for what you do. You've got a great party here. You've got a great community. I will be back time and time again as governor, helping you lure businesses to Winnebago or Boone County, right next door. But very importantly, I will be back here. I'm the former chairman of the DuPage Party, the former chairman of the Downers Grove Township Republican Organization, and I will be back here electing Republicans to office. From the mayor's office on up in Winnebago County, we're going to reinvigorate the Republican Party, but most importantly, we're going to make Illinois the capital, economic capital of the Midwest, and make this place a place we are proud to call our home. Thank you, everybody. Drive safely, because you might run over a Republican, and there ain't enough of us. Thank you very much.